It is a beautiful Friday evening in Los Angeles, California, as we begin week 3 of the 2023 AUDL season with tonight's matchup between the Los Angeles Aviators and the Portland Nitro. Both teams enter tonight having lost their home openers last weekend in similar fashion. Underneath to Ravenel. Finds Lucas Ambrose on an under. Jason Valley cutting deep for the goal. Aviators create a turnover early. Maybe some of that wind we talked about, keeping the disc in the air. Steiner coming down with it. Aviators haven't really taken any deep shots yet as Shapiro comes under and just loses the handle. And that is Genichi Nakana in the end zone. And he is excited about it reasonably. Pulls his team into a tie.
Absolutely.
So generous as to give up their spike every time and pass it off to a teammate. Because you'd have to be getting in the end zone a lot.
That's true.
And you'd have to not want to spike it much yourself. Giannis, a little tricky scuba over the top to Osborne. About 50 seconds left for the Aviators to get this in the end zone before the quarter ends. Sam Cook on the sideline. Giannis gets it back. Another little scuba over the top to Osborne. Back to Giannis. To Daniel Brunker in the end zone. Giannis to Brunker. Start to finish with an exciting game. So we'll see if that holds up for the rest of the game. Osborne with the deep shot to Van Dusen. Van Dusen gets it back from Cook in the middle of the field, and then back to Cook again. A little two-man game in the end zone. 5-4 Aviators, less than a minute into the second quarter.
And I think Sean was on that point. I think he'd say that was pretty exciting. I would say conversely, did get a chance to talk to Portland before the game as well, Portland's coach. And
Jake Johnson and John Snyder moving the disc. Snyder in between two defenders, and that is a huge layout by Andrew Padula. Maybe a little worse for wear, but he will take it.
Yeah, you know.
Across the field. Mazer, a cheeky little inside. Ambrose. Austin Kelly takes the shot. He's got two players down there. Frainer goes up.
Oh, my goodness. A great continuation play there by Hayes.
Rafi Hayes cleaning up the trash.
It does look like a collision there with a Nitro player down.
I believe that's Frainer that went up for it with Steiner and Steiner to Mazer. Mazer was not ready for it to be that far upfield. Finds Miller, back to Mazer. 25 seconds left. Mazer calls for the hammer, throws the hammer.
Ooh, a great
not
defense
thrown well
there.
enough.
Yeah, you got to give
bid.
defense. I mean, Hancock there for Nitro. Hancock there for Nitro was able to kind of read the hammer as well and just get in the position for that block. A blocked hammer.
Ravenel gets a hand up. Padula picks it up.
4 seconds.
Mazer to Ravenel for the bookends.
And
Snyder with the dish short side. Gets it into the middle. Huge throw back up the sideline. That was a quality 30-yard gainer. Jake Johnson over the head of Brian Stout, barely out of the fingertips of, I believe, Quinn Brumeyer, number 62.
Infield.
Yeah, you have to assume Steiner was trying to get that disc out of bounds to be able to set up a double team. Doesn't work out that way. In the deep space, Lucas Ambrose rises up, knocks down. In that situation, you would hope that the throw would have gone off maybe a second earlier, or that Hayes starts his cut a second later so that there's more time to run onto the disc instead of waiting for it. It allows the defender and Ambrose to be able to catch up and make a good play. Aviators looking to capitalize. Steiner, a floaty disc. Van Dusen calls for the disc, has Shapiro deep, looks him off too. A lot of patience being shown by this Aviators offense. They know they don't need to score quickly. They don't need to force things. these little give-goes up lines that Giannis and Van Dusen are so good at. And now you see a wide open Daniel Brunker in the end zone for the score. Quinn Brumeyer with the disc. Little give-go with Frainer. Finds Hayes on the far sideline. 30 seconds left. All the way across the field. Defender in pursuit. Unable to get there. Portland goal.
And I think the second in a row there for Moore.
Nobody hanging back as of yet. We've got one player going deep. 10 seconds. Throw goes up. Lucas Ambrose in pursuit of Brumeyer. Ambrose lays out with a huge D. Unbelievable block.
Stopping the clock.
Preserving the possession. Hayes again to Snyder. Snyder a hammer. Portland goal. Osborne asks for a foul call, does not get it. Disc is in the turf. Radlauer is not shy about putting the disc up, and maybe not who you'd expect to get the D, but catch to field contested. Some teams would switch to doing a double team every single time now to just try to create more difficult throwing situations.
And bookends there for LA.
1 yard outside the end zone. You have your teammates coming up to help you, and just the angle on the disc just barely not right. Turns it over in the end zone, and now you have the Aviators. Ravenel with a huge throw to Lucas Ambrose. Cy Torriello looking to get his first score as an Aviator. The assist, the goal to Ravenel. Emphatic spike. Backfield give goes, or if they try to force something upfield. When you have a wide open Sean McDougal, why wouldn't you throw to him? Van Dusen hits him in stride. Osborne perfectly leads Shapiro into the end zone.
Right into the end zone.
A lot about who they are and what they do. Listening to the swing pass. Wow, what a block.
So you didn't hear me say anything, but my mouth just dropped my jaw just dropped, and of course you got to give Stout back that disc. Amazing play there by Brian Stout.
They have the opportunity to just complete a bunch of passes and run the clock out, so we'll see if they choose that. Osborne decides, nah, let's get it upfield, have some fun. Shapiro with the huge step around backhand. Incredible throw.
Shapiro catching the goal, last point, throwing. Portland really having some good moments, but just not the cleanest game as a total. With about a second left in the quarter, I don't know if that throw is going to get off.
Seems like time expired. The referee's calling it off before the throw goes off. So that is your final score, 20-13. Los Angeles Aviators defend their home turf, defeat the visiting Portland Nitro.